of the damage that the punches create on the effective aggressiveness and the ring generalship. So it's a complex topic. Most of the rounds are simple to score without any complications, but there are some rounds when you have both fighters go down or you have point deductions, you have several things that you have to take into consideration. Michelle Joy Phillips, please.
Thank you, Mauricio. I have two questions for you. This weekend, we obviously have Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin. I know you said that should Dillian Whyte be successful this weekend, that he will obviously go on to face the winner of Fury Wilder 3. But what if Alexander Povetkin wins? Does he also get that same opportunity, or is this just for Dillian?
If Alexander Povetkin wins, he will be the WBC interim champion and mandatory contender. However, the date of the mandatory provision for him will be starting in August. So that he will not be the immediate challenger for the winner of Fury Wilder.
And given the state of the pandemic, it seems like every week things are changing. It's really hard to sort of plan when we could see fans back at an event. So what is the status currently for Fury Wilder 3? It seems like it just keeps getting pushed off and there's really no heavy talks. I mean, even Tyson's tweeted today kind of saying like Wilder's gone quiet. Is there any update you can give us in terms of like what's happening there? And will we see it before the end of the year? Because we obviously know that Dillian's date is February 21st of 2021. And will that affect that as well?
Yes, what we have as of today is December 19. That's direct communications that we have. And Dillian Whyte and his team are perfectly aware that February is absolutely impossible because of December fight. The agreement that and the voting from the WBC, what we have on hands is that the winner of Fury versus Wilder immediately fights Dillian Whyte if he wins this Saturday. So the time of February is not a concern any longer. We have the expectations that the fight will take place in December, and then the winner fights Dillian Whyte, because the free negotiations begin right after the Wilder Fury fight.
Okay, sorry, I have one more if you don't mind. Sure. Just your opinion on DAZN sort of putting it out there, or there's been sources saying that DAZN is rejecting Canelo versus Yildirim.
Well, the WBC does not get involved in the promotional side of the sport. We have the fight, and then it is up to the promoters and the networks to work it out. If there is no agreement, then a purse bid takes place.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions?
Mauricio, this is Lance.
Yes. Hello, Lance.
Hey,
yes.
Hello. So anyways, I think you're in a tough situation, I know, with the Whyte and Fury, because you've made this promise to Dillian Whyte to get the winner of Fury and Wilder, but yet you've got this great new relationship with Tyson Fury. And he could potentially come to you after defeating Deontay Wilder and say, look, I've got this agreement in place for a doubleheader with Anthony Joshua, which, as you know, is
that's my question.
Is probably the biggest fight that the sport can produce at this point. So would you consider making Tyson Fury your franchise champion?
That was my question.
And then allowing Dillian Whyte to get a fight for the heavyweight title, but, and allow Fury Joshua to proceed?
The franchise designation was designed for fighters who move up and down in different weight categories.
Right, I know, yeah.
That's one of the real clarities. I don't want to speculate. There is a lot of hype in many directions, and I love this because the heavyweight is back. Finally, we have heavyweight activity at the grand stage. let's see what happens Saturday. Let's enjoy. Let's give Povetkin and Dillian Whyte their due time. It's the time to shine. Let's give Fury and Wilder the time to shine when they do the third fight. Let's not get overwhelmed with what if.
Okay.
So many things can happen from now until a certain period of time. I'm just enjoying the moment. And
Is that not a good way to resolve this, though?
we have Dillian Whyte, who has earned the stage to fight for the world championship. And Tyson Fury is a very respectable fighter. And he respects the organization, and the rules that make you a champion have to be respected when you are a champion and serve the rules. Let's see what happens. I don't want to kill any possibility, any dream, but because there's always step-aside agreements, there's always negotiations that can happen. But today, I would like to rather concentrate on the two fights that are mandated, what are happening. We have Dillian Whyte Povetkin, and then we have Tyson Fury with Wilder. From there, until those two happen, many things could happen. Let's see what happens. And let's keep dreaming on the so many things that we can see in the ring.
Thank you, Mauricio.
Thank you, Lance. Are there any other questions? I believe, yes, Cynthia.
Well, this question is, it's not about any fights that are coming up. It's a fight that was postponed, and I know the WBC is a part of it. I was just curious because I know that it's not about, I'm talking about my bestie, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. But I just read not too long ago that they want this fight to be scored if this is an 8-round exhibition bout. So many people have asked me, and I'm a little confused, if it's an 8-round exhibition bout, why is there scoring? And if there's scoring, that means there's a possible outcome with a score. So what is it? I'm confused.
I'm as confused as you are because
okay.
This is an exhibition.
Yes.
And when the exhibition, you know, everything started with social media. Social media is so powerful. Mike Tyson put out a 15-second video of him hitting the pads of a trainer. And he just went viral. Everybody saw that and got very excited because Mike Tyson, one of the greatest in the history of the sport, one of the most charismatic and powerful. And when they started playing with the idea of doing an exhibition for charity, how can you resist that? How can you go against the frontline battle when Mike Tyson wants to help the ones in need? Let me tell you, I met Mike Tyson when I was 18, 17 years old. No, 16 years old. And ever since I met him, I have witnessed how he cares for others. I remember one day walking the streets of Mexico City. He was the greatest, you know, walking the street and everybody wants to take pictures or autographs, but he put everyone aside and looked at a group of kids who were asking for money in the streets, poor kids. It was like 10 or 12 of them. So he went to them and said, hey guys, come with me. He worked with them, put them in a store and bought tennis shoes for every kid. And there was no cameras. It was not showing off. It was nothing. We went to Culiacan to see Julio Cesar Chavez, same thing. So Mike has a very soft heart. Behind that monster in the ring is a beautiful human being. The WBC is very close to Mike Tyson, and we will support him in every single manner. But there's a lot of confusion on the event with Roy Jones and scoring an exhibition. I don't know what is the purpose or what it is about, but I will be finding out, and I will let you know once things evolve.